Hare Krishna. Chapter 7 Acting in Knowledge of Krishna, February 29, 1972. By what kind of actions does one earn good karma? Good karma means what is prescribed in the Vedas. Specifically, it is prescribed that one should perform yajna. Yajna means actions for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, good karma means performance of yajnas as they are prescribed in the Vedic literatures. And the purpose of this yajna is to satisfy the Supreme Lord. A good law abiding citizen is one whose actions satisfy the government. So, good karma is to satisfy Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Lord. Unfortunately, modern civilization does not know what the Supreme Personality of Godhead is. What to speak of satisfying him, people do not know. They are simply busy with material activities. Therefore, all of them are performing only bad karma and therefore suffering. They are blind man leading another blind man, and both are then suffering by bad karma. That is very easy to understand. If you do something criminal, you will suffer. If you do something benevolent for the state, for the people, then you are recognized. You are sometimes given a title. This is good and bad karma. So, good karma means you enjoy some material happiness. Bad karma means you suffer for material distress. By good karma, you get a good birth in a good family, but you get riches, good money, then you become a learned scholar, you become beautiful also. What about the person who is not very aware of God, but then he is an animal? The animal does not know what is good. A person who does not know what is God, or who does not try to understand what is God, he is an animal. The animals are with four legs, and that animal is with two legs. And Darwin's theory is that they are monkeys. So anyone who does not know God or do not try to understand is nothing but an animal. Ayushi Mataji.
What about the innocent people? The animal is very innocent. If you cut its throat, it won't protest. So, innocence is not a very good qualification. The animals are all innocent. Therefore, you get the chance to cut their throats. So, to become innocent, so to become innocent is not a very good qualification. Our our proposition is that one must be very, very intelligent and then he can understand Krishna. To become an innocent, ignorant simpleton is not a very good qualification. Simplicity is all right, but one should not be unintelligent. Can you tell me again what intelligence is? Intelligence means one who knows what he is, what is this world, what is God, what are the interrelations. He is intelligent. The animal does not know what he is. He thinks that he is the body. Similarly, anyone who does not know what he is not intelligent. What about a person who does tries who does tries to do what is right and is very consciousness instead of being unconscious about the things he does, like the servant who is very honest to his master but knows that if he were not honest he would not be caught. If he stays honest anyway, a person like that, is that some kind of good karma? Yes, to become honest is also good karma. How to become a good man is described in Bhagavad Gita very elaborately. So, if you become qualified with the Devi Sampat, transcendental qualities, then Vimoksha, Vimokshaya, you will be liberated. And Nibandhaya Suri, if you are qualified with the demonic qualifications, then you will be more and more entangled. Unfortunately, the modern civilization does not know what is liberation and what is entanglement. They are so much ignorant. They do not know. They do not know. Suppose if I ask you what do you mean by liberation, can you answer? And if I ask you what you mean by entanglement, can you answer? These words are They're in Vedic literature, liberation and entanglement. But at the present moment, people do not even know what is liberation and what is entanglement. They are so ignorant and foolish. Still, they are proud of their advancement in knowledge. Can you answer what is liberation? You're a professor, teacher, but if I ask you, can you explain what is liberation?
Not adequately, because if I could explain, then I would become liberated very fast. But if you do not know what is liberation, then how fast or slow liberation? There is no question of liberation. It is neither fast nor slow. You should first know what is liberation. If you do not know where the train is going, then what is the use of asking understanding whether it is going fast or slow? You do not know your destination. What is liberation? Hmm. I am asking you daily ask me. I am asking you. Oh, okay. I will think for a moment. Liberation is described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The exact Sanskrit word for liberation is mukti. So that is defined in the Srimad Bhagavatam. मुक्तिर हितवन्त्या रूपम स्वरूपेम व्यास्थित. One should stop doing all nonsense and he must be situated in his original position. But this is also more embarrassing because nobody knows his original position and how to act properly, because people are generally acting differently because they don't know what is proper. The modern population is so much ignorant about their life. It is a very awkward position. They do not know. Can you tell me who is honest? If one does not know what is honestly, how can he be honest? But if you know what is honestly, then you can be honest. What is honesty? First of all, explain. Honesty is doing what you really feel is right. A thief is feeling, I must steal to provide for my children. It is right. Does it mean that is honest? Everyone thinks the butcher thinks it is my life. I must cut the throat of the animals daily. Just like that. What is that hunter? And Narad Muni met him.
Mriga, Mrigari. Yes, Mrigari. Narad asked him, "Why are you killing in this way?" And he said, "Oh, it is my business. My father taught it. So he was honestly doing that." So a feeling of honesty depends on culture. A thief's culture is different. He thinks stealing is honest. So what is honesty? Yes, that is my question. Everyone loves. Real honesty is that you should not encroach upon another's property. This is honesty. For instance, this is my table. If you want to take it away while going, is that honesty? So, therefore, the simple definition of honesty is that you should not encroach upon another's rights. That is honesty. So, somebody who is honest, who would be in the mode of goodness, would that be correct? Certainly, certainly. Because the mode of goodness means knowledge. So if you know this table does not belong to me, it belongs to Swamiji, you will not try to take it away. Therefore, one must know, be thoroughly conversant, that then he can be honest. So now you have said the mode of goodness was knowledge of God. But somebody may be honest without having very much knowledge of God. Hmm. Without being honest, without thinking they are honest because it is God's wish, they just feel like they ought to be honest. Hmm. God wishes everyone to be honest. Why should God? think otherwise. So you may follow God's wishes without knowing you are following the God's wishes. Like somebody may be in the mood. No, following without knowing, that is absurd. You must know the order of God, and if you follow that, then that is honesty. But somebody would be honest without knowing God. Yes, because God is supreme proprietor, the supreme enjoyer, and He is the supreme friend. That is the statement of Bhagavad Gita. If anyone knows these three things, then he is in full knowledge. These three things only: the God is the proprietor of everything, God is friend of everyone, and God is enjoyer of everything. For example, everyone knows that in the body, the stomach is the enjoyer, not the hands, legs, eyes, ears. These are three. These are there simply to help the stomach. Eyes, the vulture goes 7 miles up to see where there is food for the stomach. Is it not?
That is so. Then the wings fly there and the jaws catch the food. Similarly, as in the body, the stomach is the enjoyer, the central figure of the whole cosmic manifestation, material or spiritual, is Krishna, God. He is the enjoyer. We can understand this just by considering our own bodies. The body is also a creation. The body has the same mechanical nature you will find in the whole universe. The same mechanical arrangement will be found anywhere you go, even in animals, in the human body, or in the cosmic manifestation, almost the same mechanism. So you can understand very easily that in this body, any body, your body, the stomach is the enjoyer. There is a central enjoyer, and the stomach is the friend also, because if you cannot digest food and you see, then all your other limbs of the body become weak. Therefore, the stomach is the friend. It is digesting and distributing the energy to all the limbs of the body. Is it not? It is so. Similarly, the central stomach of the whole cosmic creation is God or Krishna. He is the enjoyer, he is the friend, and the supreme proprietor. He is maintaining everyone. Just as a king can maintain the whole country's citizen because he is the proprietor. Without being the proprietor, how can one become everyone's friend? So these things have to be understood. Krishna is the enjoyer, Krishna is the provider, and Krishna is the friend. If you know these three things, then your knowledge is full. If you do not require to understand anything more, यस्मिन् विज्ञाते सर्वम् evam vijnantam bhavati. If you simply understand Krishna by these three formulas, then your knowledge is complete. If you don't require any more knowledge. But people will not agree. Why should Krishna be the provider? Hitler should be the provider. Nixon, that is going on. Therefore, you are in trouble. But if you understand these three things only, then your knowledge is complete. But you will not accept. You will put forward so many impediments to understanding these three things, and that is the cause of your trouble. But in the Bhagavad Gita, it is plainly said.
The sages, knowing me as the ultimate purpose of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attain peace from the pangs of material miseries. But we won't take this. We shall put forward so many false proprietors, false friends, false enjoyers, and they will fight. They will fight one another. This is the situation of the world. If education is given and people take this knowledge, there is immediately peace. This is knowledge. And if anyone follows this principle, he is honest. He does not claim it is mine. He knows everything. Oh, it is Krishna's. So, therefore, everything should be utilized for Krishna's service. This is honesty. If there is if this pencil belongs to me, the etiquette is my students sometimes ask, can I use this pencil? Yes, you can. Similarly, if I know that everything belongs to Krishna, I will not use anything without his permission. That is honesty, and that is knowledge. Once one who does not know is ignorant. He is foolish, and a foolish man commits criminality. All criminals are foolish men. Out of ignorance, one commits law breaking. So, ignorance is not bliss, but it is folly. To be wise where ignorance is bliss. That is the difficulty. The whole world is enjoying ignorance. And when you talk about Krishna consciousness, they do not very much appreciate it. If I say Krishna is the proprietor, you are not the proprietor. You will not be very much satisfied. Just see, ignorance is bliss. So it is my foolishness to say the real truth. Therefore, it is folly to be wise where ignorance is bliss. So we are taking the risk of offending people, and they will think we are fools. If I say to a rich man, you are not the proprietor, Krishna is the proprietor, so whatever money you have, spend it for Krishna, he will be angry. If you instruct a rascal, he will be angry. Therefore we go as beggars. My dear sir, you are a very nice man. I am a sannyasi beggar, so I want to construct a temple. Can you give, can you spare some money? So he will think, oh, here is a beggar. Give him some money. But if I say, dear sir, you have millions of dollars at your disposal. That is Krishna's money. Give it to him. Give it to me. I am Krishna's servant. Oh, he will not be very satisfied. Rather, if I go as a beggar, he will give me something. And if I tell him the truth, he will not give me a farthing. We convince him as beggars. We are not beggars. We are Krishna's servants. We don't want anything from anyone because we know Krishna will provide everything.
Bob. Oh, this is knowledge. For instance, a child will sometimes take something important. So we have to flatter him. Oh, you are so nice. Please take this lozenge and give me that paper. It is nothing, it is paper. And he will say, oh, yes, take. That's nice. Two, two paise lozenges, very nice and sweet. Uh, so we have to do that. Why? Because man will go to hell by taking Krishna's money. So some way or other, take some money from him and engage him in the Krishna's consciousness movement, and then he may not go to hell. Yes, you save him from going to hell because for things spent for Krishna, it will be accounted. Oh, this man has given a farthing. This is called Ajanta Sukriti. Spiritual activity one performs unknowledgely, acknowledgedly. Uh, they are very poor in their thought. Therefore, the saintly persons move just to enlighten them a little, to give them a chance, giving them a chance to serve Krishna. That is saintly person's duty. That is what, that is his duty. But if he takes money from others and utilized it for his gratification, um, then he goes to hell. Then it is finished. Then he is a cheater. Actually, he is a criminal. You cannot take money or farthing from anyone and use it for your own sense gratification. I think of people I know who are not Krishna conscious. Krishna means God. They are just slightly God conscious, but still these people are honest to the extent that don't take from other people at all, and they try to be honest with other people. Will this, he does not take from other people, but he takes from God. So these people are half good. hmm. These people are them half good, not good. If he does not learn this principle, This God is the proprietor. Others things. What do you mean, others things?
Like people I'm thinking of, they're poor people who need money and food, but everyone needs money. Everyone needs it. Who is not poor? There are so many gentlemen sitting here who is not in need of money and food. You are also in need of money. So, how do you distinguish poor from rich? Everyone needs it. If that is your definition, if you need money and food, then everyone needs money and food. So, everyone is poor. So, but well, I was thinking in terms of such just people who are relatively poor. Relatively, relatively, maybe you are more hungry than me. That does not mean you are not hungry or I am not hungry. I do not feel hungry now. That does not mean I do not feel hungry or I am not hungry. For the time being, you may not be hungry, but tomorrow you'll be hungry. What I feel is that somehow these people, that everybody around them may be stealing, but they still stand up and don't steal. These people somehow deserve something good to happen to them. But the man who is thinking that he is not stealing is also a thief, because he does not know that everything belongs to Krishna. Therefore, whatever he is accepting, he is stealing. Is he less of a thief? You may not know that I am the proprietor of this wrapper, but if you take it away, you are not stealing. But maybe if I know it is yours and I take it, I am a worse thief than if I do not know whose it is. I just think it may be nobody's and I take it.
That is also stealing because it must belong to somebody and you take it without his permission. You may not know exactly who is the proprietor, but you know it must belong to someone. That is knowledge. Sometimes we see on the road so many valuable things left there, government property for repairing roads or some electrical work. A man may think, oh, fortunately, these things are lying here, so I may take them. Is it not stealing? It is stealing. Yes, he does not know that this is all the government property. He takes it away. That is stealing. And when he is caught, he is arrested and he is punished. So similarly, whatever you are collecting, suppose you are drinking a glass of water from the river. Is the river your property? No. Then it is stealing. Then so you have not created the river. You do not know who is the proprietor. Therefore, it is not your property. So even if you drink a glass of water without knowing to whom it belongs, you are a thief. So you may think I am honest, but actually you are a thief. You must remember Krishna. Oh Krishna, it is your creation. So kindly allow me to drink. That is honesty. Therefore, a devotee always think of Krishna in all activities. Oh Krishna, oh it is Krishna's. This is honesty. So without Krishna consciousness, everyone is a rascal, is a thief, is a rogue, is a robber. These qualifications. Therefore, our conclusion is that anyone who does not understand Krishna has no good qualifications. Neither he is honest nor he has knowledge. Therefore, he is a third class man. Is that correct? What do you think, Giriraj? Yes. That is not dogmatism. That this is fact. This is a fact. So you have to understand what is knowledge and what is honesty. I, in a way. And is there any way? Is there any other way, Bob? Is there any other way? Defy it. Srila Prabhupada also loves. Any other way, Giriraj? No. Is there any other alternative? We do not say anything that can be defied by anyone. That experience we have. Rather, we defy everyone. Any questions? Till now, Krishna has given us protection. In big meetings, in big countries, after speaking, I ask any questions. Now I have none. Muskan Mataji.
In London, we had how many days lecture in that? What is that? Uh, Conway Hall. Conway Hall. 12 days Conway Hall. Convey Hall, 12 days. Yes. So after every meeting, I was asking any question. Did you get many question? Oh yes, many foolish question. Everyone laughs. Let me ask one more question. What is being foolish? One having no knowledge is to be considered foolish. An Indian gentleman. Prabhupada, I have one personal question. Can I ask? Yes. Indian gentleman. Some time ago in Calcutta, they observed a week. It was named uh, Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Week. Hmm. This is another foolishness. They are advertising prevention of cruelty, and they are maintaining thousands of slaughterhouse. You see, that is another foolishness. So I wanted just to asking before you ask, I give you the answer. That is another foolishness. They are regularly cruel to animals, and they are making a society. Maybe this is, suppose a game of thieves has a signboard, good name, good man and company. You sometimes find such a signboard. Our landlord in the San San Francisco temple was named Goodman. The philosophy is that when an animal is not properly nourished, that is cruelty. Therefore, instead of allowing it to serve, better to kill it. That is their theory. It is not. Is it not? Yes. They say, oh, it is better to kill him than to give him so much pain. That theory is coming in a communist country. An old man grandfather is suffering, so better to kill him. And there in Africa, there is a class of men who make a festival by killing their great grandfathers. It is not, yes. Is it not? Yes. They eat them. Yes, yes. I had an uncle and aunt. They were in the army. So when they went overseas, they could not take their dog with them. So they said, the poor dog, he will be so heartbroken not to be with us. So they put him to sleep, killed him. In Gandhi's life, also, he once killed one calf or some cow. Uh, it was suffering very much. So Gandhi ordered, instead of letting it suffer, just kill it. Yesterday, you said that the spiritual master may have to suffer due to the sinful activities of these disciples. What do you mean by sinful activities? Sinful activities means that you promise, I shall follow the regulative principle. If you don't follow, that is sinful. That is the promise. Very simple. You break the promise and do nasty things. Therefore, you are sinful. It is not. Is it not? Yes, but there are some things that we are not instructed to do. There are other things which we are instructed to do, which even though we try to do, we can't do properly perfectly yet. How is it? How is that? You try to do and control do and cannot do. How is that?
Like chanting attentively, sometimes we try to, but Well, that is not a fault. Suppose you're trying to do something due to your inexperience. If you sometimes fail, that is not a fault. If you're trying, there is a verse in Bhagavatam, that if a devotee is trying his best, but due to his incapability, he sometimes fails, Krishna excuses him. And in the Bhagavad Gita, also it is said, sometimes not willingly, but due to past bad habits. Habit is second nature. One does something nonsensical, but that does not mean he's faulty. But he must repent for that. I have done this, and he should try to avoid it as far as possible. But habit is second nature. Sometimes, in spite of your trying hard, Maya is so strong that it pushes with pitfalls that can be excused. Krishna excuses. But those who are doing something willingly are not excused. Understand that I am a devotee. If I think because I am chanting, I may therefore commit all these nonsense and it will be nullified. That is greatest offense.